Curtis, this game kind of felt like many others for the Moose Jaw Warriors. Moments to either get in or get control, but unable to seize those moments, and instead miscues end up in the back of the Moose Jaw Warrior net. You kind of see it the same way?
I think so. Yeah. I think, a little bit stubborn with our play. I think there's a few too many times where, I think we're letting great be the enemy of good. And sometimes it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't need to be a perfect shot. It just needs to be one that's through and numbers around the net. And, I think it's just a little desperation and urgency in our game that's missing, and we need to get back to that.
17 shots on net for the Warriors. Is it that stubbornness that leads to fewer shots for Moose Jaw?
Yeah, I think when we look back at this game, we're going to see a lot of opportunities where we have the puck going low to high, and we have an opportunity to put it towards the net if there is numbers around there. And we're late doing that, and then all of a sudden the play breaks down, and it could be coming back the other way. So it's kind of what I'm talking about earlier. It's just making sure that it doesn't have to be a perfect play; it just needs to be a through play, and we need to let our forwards do some work down low.
Some greasy, hard hockey, right? Kind of something the Warriors have been missing as of late.
I think so. And just like I talk about, just that level of urgency and desperation. And that's what our group needs to get back to. And, I think we have the pieces that we can do it. And it just needs to be races and battles and puck battles and compete. And we say it again and again. And it needs to click. And I think if we can find that and we can get a little bit momentum going, I think we're going to have a bit of a breakthrough. But, until then, it's going to be tough sledding if we can't do that.
Curtis, now winless in your last six. How hard is it as a coaching staff to keep guys positive, but on the same side, keep them accountable for what happens on the ice? It's got to be pretty tough.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a balancing act that needs to be played within that. And, I think when you look, we got, we still have some big bodies out of our lineup right now. And so, it becomes tough. I think the accountability piece, it's a lot of that needs to come from the players, and they need to find it in themselves. And, for us as a coaching staff, I think we just have to continue to teach and show examples of when we're playing the right way, we give ourselves chances, and when we're not, ends up in the back of our net. So I think we have to keep focusing on those areas.
You have the Kamloops Blazers tomorrow night. How much is it turning the page from tonight, and how much is it keeping tonight in the back of your mind to maybe give you motivation to be better tomorrow night against the Blazers?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, really. I think we got to use these moments and be a little bit angry about the result, of course, and it has to be in the back of our minds. The way that we played tonight, but on the other hand, there, got to have a quick memory. We got to be able to flip the page and move forward. So I think for us, it's about learning from the mistakes and learning from those details and working to implement them tomorrow, and give ourselves a chance.
Your return to Kelowna is a sour note. You were telling me before the game, coming to Prospero Place and watching the Rockets is kind of your first memory of being involved or being around the Western Hockey League. What was it like for you to be on the bench in a rink and in a community that kind of has a lot of in your heart? Is obviously pretty emotional for you today.
Yeah, it's close to home. I think it's one of the closest Western Hockey League teams for me anyway. So it's an opportunity for a lot of my family members to come down, and that's always exciting. Being far away, you don't get opportunities to see them as much, and so you still got to enjoy those moments, and they're special. It's something that I don't ever take for granted, and enjoy these moments. And obviously, results wise, it would obviously like to be a little bit better, but. On the other hand, it's cool to be in these kind of environments and moments, and like I talked about before, don't take it for granted. It's something special to be here.
Magri Coaches Show with assistant coach Curtis Pereverzoff. Appreciate the time. Good luck tomorrow as you look to rebound against the Kamloops Blazers.
Thank you, James.